Okay, good. Please remember not to move. Hold on. When you're meditating in a group, okay? Please remember to try not to move. All right? Okay, here we go. Then please relax your forehead. Relax your mouth, corners of your mouth. Check your fingers, are they tight? Stomach in slightly. Eyelids soft. Forehead soft. And then please come to your breath. Long exhales. Push out the extra breath. And try to glue your mind to your breath. Try to make sure your mind is touching your breath as the breath goes in and out. Then I'd like you to check the condition of your mind. Is it pretty smooth? I think in the morning, most of us, the mind is pretty calm. So check in with your mind. How smooth is it? How quiet is the water? Now I'd like you to think of a friend that you have who is a very calm person, good person. So, in our life we have a few friends who have a good effect on us when we spend time with them. They're always doing nice things. They treat other people well. They say nice things to other people. They're kind, they're respectful, considerate of other people. So I'd like you to go through a list of your friends and pick out one who could sit with us today across from us. So instead of our Lama, instead of our teacher or parents, we are sitting across from a good friend, good person. Then check in with the water of your mind again. How smooth is it? And you might also check your heartbeat and your breathing. Has the water changed after you brought your good friend to meditate with you? then we all have friends who are not so nice. Maybe they criticize people a lot or don't speak nicely to people. Maybe they're a little bit selfish. Still, we spend time with them. So I'd like you to switch the person meditating with you and make it one of your friends who's not a very nice person. And after they start meditating with you, let's see, how's the water in your mind? How's your heartbeat? How's your breathing? Let's check. Is there any difference between the state of your mind and your heartbeat and your breathing when these two friends are around you? Now a different scene, you are in your retreat cabin this evening or this afternoon, and you're alone in your room, and you're not meditating, but you're just relaxing, sitting, maybe enjoying the nature here. The sky at sunset, for example, is very beautiful here. And you're just sitting and looking out the window at the sunset. And how does your mind water feel? How's the breathing? How's the heartbeat? The last part, please think about all the things you have to do next week when you come home. Things that have been waiting for you, responsibilities, bills, and tasks for your job, things you have to do for your work. Try to think of some of them and see what it does to your heartbeat, your breathing, and the peace of your mind, the water of your mind. Then please come back to morning mind at Diamond Mountain. Come back to the state of mind you had when we started the meditation. Quiet, peaceful. Three long exhales. And then slowly open your eyes, take a stretch. Drink something, okay? Drink something. guys have a microphone ready? Okay. Anybody want to talk about how did your mind change? Three kinds of mind. One is morning at Diamond Mountain, and one is sitting with a friend who's a good person, and one is sitting with a friend who's not a very nice person. And how did your breath change? How did your heartbeat change? How did the water in your mind change? Anybody want to talk about it? Real neat. Boko or Bokoto. Boko or Bokoto.
I couldn't find like a friend that I don't like that makes my water still.
You couldn't find one?
I couldn't find one of them.
You're a lucky person.
I don't have friends like that.
Okay.
But also I thought I tried to find someone else who's not a friend, and I couldn't. It's weird.
Okay. So you don't need alarm room. Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah.
I saw my breath changing, like when I'm upset, my breath is like moving more faster.
Yeah.
And also,
Good.
I think my heart rate went up.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anybody else? Those three.
So first, when my mind was peaceful, I was here and it's like no thoughts, it's like calm water. Then I started to be with my good friend and I was like smiling inside, so it was like sunshine. And then when I thought about a friend who is not that good person, I was like waiting for something, for some dangerous situation. My breath was not deep. I was like all the time checking what she's doing, when she will attack.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Hassel? Nicole?
So at first I felt very calm, especially with a friend. I almost couldn't think about my breath. And then when I was thinking about the friend that wasn't so nice, my breath felt so heavy. I almost forgot to breathe for a second. And it was super heavy. And then when we changed to being by ourselves, it calmed down again, but not as calm as before.
Good. Yeah, good. Yeah.
And then when we said about going home and unfinished tasks and everything, I couldn't even breathe.
Okay. Good. Yeah, good. Anybody else? Pokachi.
非常美妙的体验。当然就是在钻石山的清晨，就是感觉内心很平静，有一种很幸福的就是感觉。然后想到就是我的一个好朋友的时候，我就会一种心里面那个湖面水开始变暖，然后很温暖，而且就会升起我要成为他，要成为他这样子的人，然后。
Thank you, Geshe, for the beautiful experience. It's wonderful. So when I was in the mood of the morning Diamond Mountain feeling, I feel very peaceful and the water is calm. And then when I think about the friend that I like, I feel like the water is getting warmer.
Good.
I feel like I want to be someone like them.
当我想就是这个感觉不是很好的这个人的时候，我的心跳会加速，然 然后这个水温也会变冷，然后这个波浪也会起来。想到要回家的时候，其实我不是太情愿的，我就会因为有一堆的事情要处理，那就是心就开始变加速了，心跳。
When I was thinking about a little bit discomfortable friend, then my water is getting a little colder, and then it's not that calm anymore, and then there's more waves on the water. Then when I think about going home, I feel like I don't want to do that. Things to do, and my heartbeat starts to.
Okay.
谢谢老师的教授。
不客气。
来到跟老师一起学习，同学们一起学习，我觉得是我一生中最幸福的时刻。讲到冥想的过程，就是刚才也是一样的，讲到我回到我的职场，就是回家的时候，面对自己的问题的时候，我的确是开始紧张起来。
Thank you, teacher, for your teaching. Coming here and being with all of you is the happiest thing in my life. So when I think about going home, I start to get nervous because there's so many things to do.
可是后来老师引导我讲，把你的好朋友带过来的时候，我非常惊讶的，Jenny老师出现在我面前，然后我就讲，你是我最好的朋友吗？好像有另外一个，我说走，一直在我的面前，我讲好吧，我就一起冥想吧。然后我的意思是还是挺平静的。
When you ask us to invite our good friends, then suddenly Jenny came to my mind, and then, no, it's Jenny. Is Jenny my best friend? Yeah, maybe. Then she just stayed there. So then my mind is quite calm when we are meditating together.
因为我们一起，我们跟着就是 BCI 老师托的时候，我们都是室友，我们经常一起做冥想。
Because when we are on a DCI tour, we are roommates, so we often do meditation together in the room.
也许这样就种下了很多好朋友的种子。那后来再去到就是把你一个真正的好朋友出现的时候，我以为是真正的好朋友出现了，可是最近跟他有一点点的问题，就是他莫名其妙来我公司帮忙，又莫名其妙又走掉了。就当他走的时候，我的内心是有一点点的沮丧的。
Maybe that's how I plant the seed for this friendship. I meditate together with Jenny. Then I try to bring my real friend, and then suddenly another person came to my mind. And they recently they come to my company to help, and suddenly they left. Then I feel a little bit upset that the fact that they left my company.
然后我就讲，原来以为是好朋友的好朋友不一定是好朋友，然后你认为不是好朋友的朋友，可能他是你生中最好的朋友。
And I realized something that the friend I thought is my real friend might not be the real friend I thought, and the friend that I thought was not my real friend might not be the best friend for life.
Okay.
就是这样。谢谢。
Okay. Behind. Very patient. Yeah.
Thank you. Actually, my morning mind is a little bit sleepy, but it is calm. When I saw about my good friend, my best friend, my mind got excited. And I'm like, I'm so happy to see you. Let's do this. Let's do that together. So the water started to tremble. Then I saw about friends that not the good friends or person or people that are not that good. So I see them in that way. I felt, so my mind got frozen. The water. And I felt desperate. I kind of saw the wall behind us. And then I'm trying to
Cool. Okay. Anyone else? No. Jigme.
I had more than usual coffee this morning.
Is that your friend or?
No, I just wanted to say I had more coffee than usual this morning. The agitation never stopped.
Yeah.
So I think I won't do that again.
Okay. One more. Oh, no. Yeah? Okay. Norbert.
Ja, danke Geshe für die tollen Lehren. Die Erfahrung war für mich sehr interessant mit meinem Freund, war es sehr angenehm und speziell wie ich an die Firma gedacht habe, ist das Herz losgerast wie eine Maschine und die Wellen haben sich bewegt. Und wie wir dann beim Sonnenuntergang waren, habe ich mein Herz überhaupt nicht mehr hören können. Interessante Erfahrung.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Geshe, for teaching. I really enjoyed being with my friend. It made me very calm. And then when I was thinking of my company, my heart was racing very speedy.
He sells Audis.
Like a machine, it was, and the mind was very, very, the water was not clear at all. And when I imagined the sunset, I couldn't feel my heart at all.
Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Pasha? Pavel?
Good about thinking about the next day. So, when first of all, I also had a little more coffee than I was supposed to. So it was hard to calm down. But the presence of my good friend, who is a kind person, really helped. It made me feel warm and it helped me calm down. Then when I thought about, I don't really want to call that person a friend. He's not really a nice person. I did feel colder and I felt some tremor. It was really very similar, like anticipation of trouble, thinking of where the trouble was going to come from. And then when I started thinking of going back, I had this also tremble, but the tremble was positive, it was warm, it was excitement of, every time I feel excitement of having a chance to apply all the things that I'm gathering here. So I'm excited anticipation, so it was tremble, but with anticipation of good things to come and good things to do, so it was a very positive feeling.
Cool. So those are, we're going to go back to the Lamrim, okay? We're going to start, because we've been going kind of slow, which is what Geshe does. And there are 6 triggers for klesha. There are 6 triggers for negative thoughts. And we did one of them the other day, and that's where you think about, you get in the presence of someone who's causing you trouble. Okay? So in Tibetan, that's called mikpa. Presence of the object. So the thing that you have an addiction for, someone comes in the room eating a donut, and Geshe-la's desire klesha starts to get strong. Or someone comes in the room, especially if you didn't expect them, and you had trouble with them in the past, and the presence of the object, whether it's a donut or someone you had a fight with before, it starts to put you off balance, right? And those of you who studied DCI level 10, this is the preliminary to getting upset, and getting upset is the preliminary to anger, and anger is the preliminary for resentment, holding it for weeks or months or years. There's a big joke a nun, I went to a talk by a Buddhist nun, and she said something cool. She said, the ex-boyfriend who called you stupid, he forgot about it the next day, but you still remember 20 years later. You still hold it. You still remember these fights you had with people. So the first trigger, there's 6 triggers for klesha. There are 6 triggers, and we're going through them manmanda. Very slow. First trigger, the person, the object, the person or the donut comes in the room. Okay, and then the breath starts to speed up, the heart starts to speed up, and the morning Diamond Mountain peaceful mind water starts to get choppy. Okay, and so those are preliminary to getting, so it goes like that, off balance. First you get off balance, then you get upset. Upset, you still didn't say anything yet. Angry, you say something. And then resentment, you hold it for weeks or months, okay, after that. There's 4 steps to klesha, okay, most kleshas. So, what we learned the other day is one approach for beginners, lower school, because it doesn't work all the it just works sometimes. Try to avoid the person, or try to avoid donuts. Ask your friends not to bring donuts in the room. Okay, and it's not a very good method, but it's better than nothing, right? And find out the address of your ex-husband, ex-wife, and never go to that city. Make sure you follow their travel plans, and never meet them. Okay, and it's not easy, right? And it doesn't work very well. Karma will bring them to you somehow, or your friend will start talking about them, and your heart speeds up, and your breath speeds up, and okay. So that's called object factor, one of the 6 triggers for klesha. Okay, second trigger we had today is bad friends. We call dick joke. Say dick joke. Say chudok. Dick joke. Chudok. Joke means friend, okay? Dick means bad karma friend. And then chudok means a good karma friend. And generally, chudok, if you hang out with them, I was thinking about Rob Russinger. I don't think he's here, so I can talk about him. He's so nice, and he's so steady, and he's so humble, and he's so sweet, and he works so hard for all of us. He does all the accounting for a couple of projects, and perfectly. And so when you're around him, your water stays calm, right? Called chudok, dharma friend. And then dikdok means, you're around someone who's nervous or gets irritated easily or says bad things to people. And then it infects you. It affects your behavior. It speeds up your heart, normally. Speeds up your breath, okay? So there's a tradition. Lower school, okay? Lower school. Try to not hang out with those bad friends very often. Try to hang out more with the Rob Russingers, okay? And I don't know why. A couple of people said bad friend's not really a friend, Like I had trouble thinking about a friend who's bad, because when a friend is bad, you don't want to be a friend. But to be honest, we all have bad friends, it seems like. I don't know why we stay around them, but we do. And so in the Dharma, in the Lamrim, be careful with your choice of friends. And try to spend more hours with the nice friends. And then their habits, their behavior will rub off on you. It will infect you. And try to reduce the time you spend with people who are angry people or jealous people, okay? Because no matter how hard you try, they will affect you. They will affect you. You will start to act like them. Okay, that's the second one, okay? First one, object, lower school. Avoid that trigger, Geshe should never go to Dunkin' Donuts at all, or Tim Horton, okay? I should just avoid it forever. And I try, not real hard, but okay. They have this bad thing in the airport. It's called Cinnabon. And I think they have a fan. And they send the smell of the Cinnabon throughout the airport. And it's really hard to not smell it. I guess that's their plan. So the second thing is, who do you associate with? Okay? Who do you associate with? What was the third one? Is called Dunzi. Say Dunzi. Dunzi. It's a good word for a word to learn. Do you know it? Dunzi means too busy, overstimulated, okay? Too much to do, too much coffee, too many plans, too many thoughts. It's a very famous word. It's called Dunzi. And aun da shepkyundu, aun za gikuzi, Dunzi. Okay, and it just means a breeding ground for kleshas is a busy mind. Okay, and the internet is like 99% Dunzi. Okay, and it's unfortunate. I mean, it's a good karma in our life. Like it's revolutionizing Dharma teaching, right? Or yoga. You can get 100 classes on YouTube, 1,000 classes on YouTube for free, and that's wonderful. That's a great thing. But it also keeps your mind really busy and scattered. Maybe Dunzi is scattered mind in English. It means you're just thinking about too many things, and that's a good place. Kleshas like to grow there. It's like fertilizer for kleshas. Okay, if you get too busy, your heartbeat speeds up, your breath speeds up. You feel like you're running a race, right? You're like, and that's a good place for kleshas to grow. Okay, so we've covered 3 triggers. Okay, the object comes in the room. You have friends who influence you, and then your mind is too scattered, and then it's more likely that you will get angry or you will have jealousy or desire, okay? So part of the idea of Diamond Mountain is to temporarily, right, help you with those 3 triggers. You're in a cabin, your ex-wife probably won't come. Then you're trying to be around good people here, People are not going to come out here if they're not nice people, usually. And then third one is, you're cut down, you're not so busy, right, while you're here, unless there's a teacher training or something. Okay, all right? So we've discussed 3 triggers. Now I'd like to go to the Lam Rim and start reading more Lam Rim. Watch the 3 triggers, okay? This is lower school. It doesn't always work, okay? We didn't get to higher school. It's higher school is first trigger, okay? We didn't get to it yet, okay? All right, here we go.